think I got it. Is this on? What time is everybody starting to show up?
What are you doing with the video camera?
I'm filming goodbyes.
Hey, Rob.
You owe me $11.
So how are you gonna... What was that noise?
Maybe you should have left town earlier, right?
Shut up.
What is that? Is it coming this way?
Oh my God! We gotta get out of here. It's not safe here. What was it? You don't want to know. Oh my God!
Cloverfield. It's gonna be the best night ever.
Like what I said, in order to prepare for this review, I want the camera to be moving around a lot. I want it to be point of view, just like the movie. And if it's moving around too much, though, people are going to be a little bit sick. So we have to keep that.
Well, that was a big complaint I had about that. I think they should hand out Dramamine with this thing.
Well, I mean, it didn't happen very often. It happened on the bridge, and then it kind of straightened itself out.
It happened the whole shaky cam crap. Just
it didn't happen all the time. It didn't happen that much at all,
actually. That was the whole movie. Give the simpleton a camera.
No, I'm asking you. Give me more than one example.
The whole movie is an example.
That's so poor. What's not an example?
I can't give you an exact example. There's like 152 shots in this thing that are, I mean, he drops the camera, puts it down, there's feet walking, there's all kinds of stuff.
Well, already people are bored of this shot.
Okay, we cannot go into the middle of the city. We gotta get out of here.
There's nothing you can do for now.
Do you know what that thing is?
Whatever it is, it's winning. Do you have any idea what's out there?
I don't care what's out there. Listen to me. She's dying.
Turn that camera.
What they did is they had this plot of the monster rampaging through New York City, and then all of a sudden, underneath it, it would cut to some weird footage of two people who were in love. Really thought at one point that it was going to go somewhere clever, but it never quite did. But who needs clever? That was a month ago, and they were taping over it. So that was a really interesting...
It was a cool device because it actually allowed them to tell the story of these two people who you meet under duress in the middle of this crisis situation, but they kept popping back to this one perfect day in their relationship, which that was pretty clever. That's the
so
one
JD
thing
actually liked something about the movie.
That's the one thing I liked about the movie.
Hurry up, we've got to get this. We've got to get this now. People are going to want to know. People are going to know how it happened.
Dustin! You got to put the camera over here. Even though you're supposed to be realistic, you can't be putting at the feet all the time, which is, they did that a little bit in the movie, but for the most part, this movie is all about point of view. And if there's no point of view, there's no movie. Somebody said to me after the movie, oh, the monster, you know, blah, 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 there wasn't a lot going on with the plot. That was the plot. The POV is the plot, just like Blair Witch. Because the camera is held by one of the characters, that's what makes the movie special. And hype on this movie is huge. It's never going to be able to live up to it. It's a really great movie, but it's not going to be able to live up to the hype.
It's never going to live up to the hype because, honestly, the people are going to feel really deflated when they get to this movie because it doesn't pay off.
Oh my God! Oh my God, this movie sucks! Oh my God, get some imagination, JD! Jesus Christ!
Okay, hold on, let me get this.
You know, for a movie that's completely struck to the premise, the idea that it's one person's point of view, I think Cloverfield did a really good job of giving us all angles of this monster. I mean, those people, in order to get those shots for us, they had to climb up a building that was half destroyed. There was a helicopter shot as well. I mean, we got to see a lot of the monster. In that respect, this movie completely delivers.
There were a ton of shots, and you're obviously far more enamored with the way that this works than I am. I mean, we've seen 28 Days Later, and we've seen Blair Witch Project, both of which have been great examples of monster movies with a different type of aesthetic. I thought it was cool, actually. It was a cool choice to make a movie that's such a throwback. The reason why I feel like this is it just doesn't grab me is that I feel like we've seen everything that's here before, except it's in a monster movie now. And like an old traditional style monster movie, big monster comes to knock down the city. Some people are gonna have a lot more fun with it than I did, and I'll admit that, but I think a lot of people are gonna be really disappointed when they get to this film. I think the hype can't be met, and I think what's here just isn't enough to...
The more that you're in tune to the process of filmmaking and the more that you're paying attention to how this movie is being presented to you, the better you're gonna like it. If you sit back and you just watch the movie and you think, oh, you know, there's gonna be a giant monster and it's gonna bite people's heads off and I wanna be entertained, well, you're not gonna get that. So, you know.
How many different ways can Eric call me? So you know what's funny about Cloverfield, and I'm gonna do a little monster spoiler, but not really. If it had turned out to be Godzilla, if it had turned out to be a classic movie monster and they kept you on the string the whole movie, I would have liked it better. It's a rock fist down for me. I did not have that good of a time.
You know, there's too much hype on the movie. That's all there is to it. If you can avoid the hype, or if you can just go to the movie knowing that it's not going to be some fantastic thing, it's just a monster movie. It's a good time. The POV is a sweet idea. I'm going to give this movie a minor rock.